Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, July 15th. I'm Maggie Flecknoe, and this is Houston Happens. How is everyone doing? It's hard to imagine a week ago we were hit by Hurricane Beryl, and so many of us are still recovering. I also like to call it the hurricane hangover. Well, we are trying to start your week off fresh and on the right note. So coming up on today's show, speaking of Hurricane Beryl, for more than 250,000 people, it has been a week without power because of the damage the strong storm caused. Well, this morning, our own Seth Kovar is actually searching for neighborhoods that still don't have electricity. He's going to be joining us live later in the show with how people are beating the heat without air conditioning, going on a full week now. Seth will also have the latest on when power could finally be restored to everyone. And we continue to show that we are Houston strong. We're actually joined by a local nonprofit who is supplying free disaster relief items to underserved communities. That and more is headed your way, so what do you say? Let's get this show started. And we begin with some top talkers and welcome distractions from everything going on right now. I mean, it was a crazy, crazy weekend. But meanwhile, this weekend, the Princess of Wales attended the men's Wimbledon final at the All England Club. The princess, she handed out, she looks beautiful, the winner's trophy to Carlos Alcaraz in only her second public appearance since announcing she was diagnosed with cancer. Kate was greeted by a standing ovation from the center court crowd as she took her seat in the royal box with her little girl, Princess Charlotte, next to her before the start of the championship match between the men. Now, after Alcaraz clinched a victory in straight sets, Kate walked onto the court to present the trophies to both players, part of her duties as patron of the All England Club. Producer Lou, enter the chat.
We're back.
You're back.
I missed you.
I missed you, and I just love this. I mean, I never really watched Wimbledon that much, but I was like, Hefe, turn it on. I just have to see Princess Kate. Like, I just needed it in my life.
Tune in. I know. I was watching it. I was not expecting her to be on, so when she showed up, it was like, oh my gosh, and I was telling my boyfriend, I love Kate.
I do too, and she just looked beautiful.
She looked amazing.
She was just smiling. You could tell she was happy to be there, and it was a girls' day. I loved it because her sister was with her, of course her daughter, who is just beautiful. And then the princess. So I love the fact.
Can we talk about her dress? Oh my gosh, I feel like purple's her color. She looks amazing.
And she was just on point as always and just graceful. I know the country wants her back in the spotlight, and I'm glad that she's been doing it on her terms because you can tell that she does seem, she's probably exhausted, and we know she has her good days and bad days, but it's just kind of a relief to see her.
I know, and I feel like this is the perfect setting. You know, tennis is pretty chill and like laid back, and it's also like very elegant, so I feel this was just the perfect opportunity to see her back, and I'm so happy she looks healthy, her family looks healthy, so that's all that matters, really.
Yes, and after this weekend, I know we were going back and forth, like, what do we talk about with the top talkers? I mean, there was an assassination attempt on former President Trump. There were so many deaths, and I was like, we just needed, we're going to get to all of that too, but we just needed a distraction.
Yeah, it was definitely a weekend. Everything happened, but we also have another talker to
and Viva Argentina! I know you are so excited. All right, so Argentina is America's champion after defeating Colombia in a dramatic final last night. Lou, you look great after not getting any sleep. So Argentina, they defeated Colombia 1-0 at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, although the defending champs are, of course, ecstatic of winning their 16th Copa America title. It was a night full of emotions, producer Lou. You were telling me about Lionel Messi, the captain. He suffered an injury while running on the pitch that ultimately forced him to pull out of the game in the second half. He was also seen tearing up. I hate when I see a grown man cry. He was tearing up on the bench, because is this possibly his last appearance?
It is his last appearance, possibly. And also Angel Di Maria, he is a longtime best friend of Messi. It was also his last. He announced that he's retiring from the national team. So yeah, it was emotional, to say the least.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you have that win. I know I was cheering you all on. And Colombia's James Rodriguez, meanwhile, he was selected best player of the tourney with 6 assists. Now, You and I were talking about this, though, and Jefe was like, oh, my goodness, because you're my little sis, so he worries about you, too. He's like, is producer Lou, is she really there in Miami? I was like,
Check
no.
out where I was. I was on the AC vent. Look at this.
Yeah, he was.
That's me. No, I'm kidding.
He was worried because of this. So the match was delayed for over an hour because of crowd issues, including fans breaching security gates. This video is going viral. Columbia fans were seen trying to climb up an AC vent to get inside of the stadium. And I'm sorry, with all of last night's incidents, including complaints of the pitch's conditions and an extended halftime due to performances, many fans are questioning the capability of the U.S. To host the World Cup in 2 years.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Obviously, safety comes first. I was keeping up with everything, you know, the broadcast, social media, and a lot of fans were not able to get in, even though they had purchased tickets. They were estimating about 7,000 people without tickets.
Oh my gosh.
Made it through, so like they sneaked into the stadium. So it really, it's not good for people that paid and, you know, worked hard to be at the final of the Copa America. It's a big deal for us Latin Americans and here as well. So
yeah, and don't ruin it for everybody.
Lots of mixed emotions here. Obviously, I'm excited and happy that we won the Copa America, but at the same time, I feel for my people and the Colombians that were not able to get in and enjoy. You know, there were children crying. So I really hope that they can make it up for these families that were not able to get in.
It's horrible. Honestly, I am very disappointed in a lot of people lately because acts of violence that have been happening.
Yeah.
It's just
terrible.
This is horrible, and it just my heart is just like broken about what all is going on.
Yeah.
And also, linemen are getting threatened because we have to go back to Beryl. I know we don't want to talk about it. It's like we don't ever want to mention that name. But after this week, hopefully we don't have to mention it again because I hope that all of us get power back. But back to Beryl, Governor Greg Abbott is actually calling on the Public Utility Commission to investigate CenterPoint. This in light of its response to power restoration efforts after Hurricane Beryl. The company responding to the governor Sunday night, saying in part that it will work with leaders and review its response. Now, as of this morning, there are still 258,985 customers still without power. So I know that number's low, but that's still people without power, hundreds of thousands of people. So in this latest restoration update, CenterPoint says it's on track to get 90% restored by the end of the day today. Now, after incidents of threats against workers, I mean, that's not helping anything, people. And these linemen and women, they had nothing to do with all of this. They're just trying to do their job. And officials actually came together Sunday to discuss threats against these line crews working to restore power across Southeast Texas. Incidents include one that forced CenterPoint to move crews from the Barnett Stadium staging area. And we, of course, have more on CenterPoint's response to the threat of the linemen and their crews over on our website, CW39.com. But there is absolutely no place for violence. And also, you're going to delay getting your power restored even longer. Give these people a break and say thank you when you see them. Speaking of violence, there's no place for this either. And we have new details on the man investigators say shot at President Trump on Saturday evening. The shooting killed one person. 2 others were critically injured. The former president says a bullet pierced his upper ear. Now, I do want to give you a heads up that the content you are about to see has very graphic images of blood. So if you're sensitive or if you have children around, please proceed with caution. But it's important that we bring this to you. Washington correspondent Vinay Simlot updates the investigation.
A day after a 20-year-old got close enough to try to assassinate a former president, an intense, full-scale investigation is just beginning.
There's going to be a long investigation into exactly what took place and how the individual was able to get access to the location.
The FBI says its #1 goal now is figuring out what motivated Thomas Matthew Crooks. They believe the 20-year-old acted alone. He climbed on a rooftop outside the Secret Service perimeter 150 yards away from the former president at Saturday's rally and opened fire.
Take a look at what happened.
The FBI says agents are trying to get access to Crooks's phone. Voter registration records show Crooks was a registered Republican in Pennsylvania, but federal finance records show he made a $15 donation to a Democratic fundraising platform in 2022.
Please, don't make assumptions about his motives or his affiliations. Let the FBI do their job.
Crooks graduated from Bethel Park High School in 2022 and has no criminal record in Pennsylvania. Investigators say Crooks used an AR-style rifle. They believe his father bought it at least 6 months ago. Also under investigation, bomb-making materials found at his home and in his truck that was parked near the rally.
It was absolutely unacceptable and tragic.
Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro announced on Sunday a former fire chief, Corey Comparator, was killed in the shooting.
Corey went to church every Sunday. Corey loved his community, and most especially, Corey loved his family.
The Pennsylvania State Police say 3 others were injured in the shooting, including the former president. With many questions left unanswered, President Biden ordered an independent review of the Secret Service's security protocol at the rally. In Washington, I'm Vinay Simlat.
Impactful stories can be found right here every night at 9. The news you want at the time you need.
ABC 13 Eyewitness News at 9 on CW 39.
Send kids back to school. It's YMCA's Operation Backpack.
That's right. To donate, scan the QR code on your screen or text YMCA Backpack to 24365. YMCA Operation Backpack brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Embrace the journey, where each moment turns into a cherished memory. Your membership is more than just a card. It's your gateway to extraordinary experiences. With the AAA app, discover savings and hidden gems, from dining to travel to hotel stays. Your membership is your companion, with the partner you trust. As you hit the open road, remember, AAA membership is your ticket to unforgettable moments and more. AAA, we're always with you.
Thinking of selling your house? I'm JR with sellthejr.com, and I'll buy your house as is. I'll give you a cash offer within 24 hours. Sellthejr.com makes selling your home easy. We buy houses in any condition. We can work through any situation. With sellthejr.com, there are no strangers walking through your house, no closing costs, no commissions, and no repairs. Go to sell2jr.com for your free, no obligation cash offer.
I got hurt in a car accident. Why should I call the Law Brothers?
Because when you're hurt, you need money. We got a client who injured their neck in a car wreck, $283,422.03.
Another client had a severe spine injury, and we got her $687,819.83.
Call us. We're the Law Brothers.
Call 1-800-222-2222 or visit lawbrothers.com.
Get Houston news that's happening right now. Local weather, traffic, and more right in your inbox. Sign up for the No Wait Weather and Traffic Daily Newsletter. Go to CW39.com/newsletter or just scan the QR code on your screen.
Bazinga! That was one of my classic jokes. Feel free to laugh.
You need to put some stank on this.
Welcome back to Houston Happens. A week without power has been a terrible burden, to say the least, on more than 250,000 people in our area. Let that number just sink in. Well, our own Seth Kovar is actually joining us now live from a neighborhood just west of our station here at Hillcroft and West Park. Seth, there's supposed to be a lot of outages still in that area.
Yeah, I'm just west of the station, and I looked on CenterPoint's outage map, or what they're calling their restoration map this morning, and this area was in the orange, which means they shouldn't get power back until Friday, making 12 straight days without power. Now, we've been driving around a bunch trying to find someone who has a power outage at their home or apartment. Actually haven't found anyone, so there are inaccuracies with that map, and perhaps that is one. Bottom line, though, more than 250,000 people don't have power in our area, and it's been today a week since Hurricane Beryl roared ashore and caused all of those outages. Now, CenterPoint Energy says that its crews have been working tirelessly since last Monday when the powerful storm knocked out power to more than 2 million of its customers. Among those customers are businesses, most of which have had to remain closed, and homes, most of which don't have generators capable of powering everything inside of them. Some folks have taken advantage of the many cooling centers that communities have set up to give people a break from the heat during the hottest hours of the day. Others have simply locked their houses up tight and moved to hotels or in with family members who do have power. No matter their situation, lots of folks are beyond frustrated, so much so that threats against power crews and even violence have been reported. Maggie mentioned this earlier. CenterPoint's president and CEO said yesterday that Houston police arrested a man for supposedly shooting at linemen over the weekend. One of the local linemen talked about getting help from dozens of fellow linemen from other states.
And as you can see behind me, after Hurricane Beryl caused all that damage, we're out here trying to get as much service restored as we possibly can, and with the help of all of these linemen from other states, we're doing it pretty efficiently. As long as we stay out here, stay safe, we'll have y'all's lights on in no time.
There are no reports of any linemen getting hurt by angry customers, and CenterPoint hopes it stays that way with more work needed to be done. As Maggie mentioned earlier, CenterPoint's goal is to have the power back on to 90% of those who lost it because of Hurricane Beryl by the end of today. But if you look at that restoration map, you see that some folks have still days ahead of them without power at their homes, and of course that means no air conditioning in this heat. Maggie?
Yeah, it's absolutely horrible. Thank you so much for bringing us this information. And a week after Hurricane Beryl, we do continue to show that we are Houston strong. And we're actually joined by Bread of Life. It's a local nonprofit who is supplying free disaster relief items to underserved communities. And Dr. Monique Williams is joining us with more. Thanks so much for waking up with us.
Thank you.
And you just got power back. You're giving back to communities. When you don't have power, you're really an angel.
Yes, it's what we do in Houston.
So tell everybody a little bit about Bread of Life.
Bread of Life has been around for about 32 years this year, fighting food insecurity centrally. That's where it began 32 years ago. Pastors Rudy and Juanita Rasmus opened the doors to St. John's downtown, and then founded Bread of Life. And as you can imagine, the homelessness population was actually far greater then than it was now.
Really?
Far greater. And so when the doors
open, good news.
Yes, it is. We've improved. It really made great progress. But in that time, the doors opened. There were so many more people in need, and there was one hot meal served that became nearly 500 a day for almost 20 years. And now we're in the space of bridging gaps, right? Yeah. And creating resources beyond the meal to all of our friends, our families, and a community in Houston and beyond.
You really are angels in the work that you're doing, and it's a hard time right now for people and underserved communities. I mean, groceries.
Yes.
For even myself and my family. Yes. It's a lot, and we had to throw everything away. So tell people at home what you're doing to help.
So we were actually able to do, last week, very quickly, we did an emergency distribution. We were able to serve about 8,500 individuals in this distribution with relief items, hygiene items, fresh food with Houston Food Bank and other wonderful partners, Procter & Gamble and Matthew 25. They were able to provide us with things to just stock people with necessities. And so we did that really quickly as a team, many of us still, struggling alongside our neighbors. But this week we are preparing to take in more of these items. We're asking the city of Houston to provide whatever they can so that we can support our neighbors as well through a giveaway or donation of 2 weeks. And we'll talk about that in a moment.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. So giveaway day, well, it's actually 2 weeks. It's not just one day. It's 2 weeks where we're asking people to give items that would be essential, again, for comfort and survival. So your household items, your hygiene items, back to school items we're going to talk about in a moment. That's right there. And then also your canned goods, etc. Because We're not quite even at the start of our hurricane season.
I know, that's what's terrifying. Unfortunately, we're running low on time. I could talk to you forever.
All day.
I just love your energy and
Thank
what you're doing
you.
for our community. Where can people go for more if we need help or if we want to give back?
www.breadoflifeinc.org is a great place to start.
And
We
you have this
our
back
number
to
there.
school event
and
happening?
we have our back to school event with Starbucks this Saturday, 8 to 12 p.m. We're going to provide even more than we did at our last distribution with backpacks, resources, and the relief and hygiene items. So please come early. We have a lot of people. Some of them come the night before. So please come. We will serve. We will smile. We will enjoy one another and continue to fight through this storm season and all of the things that come our way as a Houston community.
Well, God bless you and the work that you're doing. Again, if you have any questions, don't worry. We're going to have all of this linked over on our website, CW39.com. And stay tuned. We have more Houston Happens after the break.
CW39's lifestyle show, Houston Happens, highlights local businesses every day. Our team's ready to help you reach more customers and grow your revenue. We'd love to speak with you. Please scan the QR code or email hhsales@cw39.com today.
Attention all seniors. You can now get up to $50,000 for your funeral and other final expenses, including your credit card debt, with no medical exam, starting at less than $1 a day.
Honey, your dad and I can't stop talking about this baby that's coming.
We've also been thinking a lot about our future. And no matter what, we want to make sure we aren't leaving you and your family with any of our debts.
Just last week, we read that the price of a funeral can be $8,000 or more.
Wow. Jeff and I definitely would not have the money to pay for that.
And that's just a funeral. But you don't have to worry. We called, and with one phone call, we were eligible for $50,000 for our funeral and final expenses.
Well, that's great. But don't you need to take a medical exam to qualify? You and Mom have some health issues.
No, there's no medical exam, and we were able to get coverage right over the phone.
And our rates can never be increased. Our benefits can never be decreased, and our coverage can never be canceled.
I'm so glad you made that call.
Don't leave loved ones with your debt. Call 800-726-9756 now and see if you qualify for up to $50,000 for your funeral and other final expenses, starting at less than $1 a day. There's no medical exam, and you can be approved even if you have pre-existing health conditions. Your rates can never be increased, your benefits can never be decreased, and your coverage can never be canceled. There's no obligation. Call 800-726-9756 now. There's no paperwork, no hidden fees, and no waiting periods. And you can start coverage right over the phone, starting at less than $1 a day. Call 800-726-9756. That's 800-726-9756. 800-726-9756.
Hi, we're House Buyers, Houston's trusted cash home buyer.
Do you have a home that's costing you time and money?
Do you have a manufactured or mobile home?
Or maybe inheritance of land that you don't know what to do with?
For years, we've been the quickest solution to selling your property as is.
No matter what it looks like, we'll take it with no repairs and no fees. Give us a call. We'd love to see your house.
And close when you're ready. It's that easy.
Call 832-510-3100.
That's 510-3100.
Truck accidents? Call Simmons and Fletcher at 1-800-JUSTICE.
All right, time now 9:24. That means we're at that halfway mark. Producer Lou is entering the chat once again, girlfriend.
Well, you haven't seen the last of me yet. Here I am.
I never get too much of you. I'm so glad that we're able to do this again because we're trying to get back to normal a little bit around here.
Yeah.
All right, so do you have your shopping cart full?
Oh.
Oh.
Literally?
Oh,
I'm
she has receipts. Now, don't forget to time the show as you're shopping.
Literally. 16 hours, 30 minutes, 45 seconds till Prime Day is on. And it's happening tomorrow.
It's happening. Okay, Do you have a game plan?
Well, I kind of have some stuff saved, obviously, for those that have no idea what I'm talking about. Prime Day, Amazon Prime Day is happening tomorrow and Wednesday, and Maggie and I, we are so ready. We have so many things in our carts. Well, that's what I have at least, and I was just looking at it just now, just to kind of have an idea of what's going to be on sale.
Me too.
And this is great because it's not only shoes and clothes, but I'm seeing sodas, I'm seeing baby formula, appliances, so it's really great, especially with like the tough times that we're all experiencing.
Well, and we have to like restock on things too, because sometimes maybe they'll have deals on non-perishable items. I know like some of May's snacks I can get.
Yeah.
So I have a cart full just praying that things go down, and maybe a deal on diapers. You know, I'll take anything. Every little bit helps.
At this point, yeah. But Maggie, we have so many great deals, some recommendations from bestreviews.com.
Yes.
And also Rich on Tech, he's going to show us how we can sign up for even better deals. So you got to pay attention. We have so many different tips and tricks that you can do. And obviously you have to be a Prime member to do that. But it's really affordable. I'm going to say, I believe it's $8.99 a month. And if you use Amazon pretty regularly, I think it's worth it. So
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Especially when you need it the next day.
Yeah.
All right, well, ready, set, shop. We can't wait. The second half hour of Houston Happens starts after the break.
Here's what you know. You were injured in a crash involving a big truck. But here's what you don't know. While you're trying to recover, the truck company is already taking steps that could hurt you and your family. Combing the crash site, talking to witnesses, coaching their drivers, trying to shift the blame away from them and onto you. And if that sounds bad, what comes next could be even worse. Let Terry Bryant protect you. Call 713-973-8888.
YMCA's Operation Backpack isn't just about school supplies.
That's right. It's about empowering kids and helping provide a brighter future.
Your donations guarantee each child is ready for the first day of school, and helping is easy.
To donate, scan the QR code on your screen or text YMCA Backpack to 24365. Send kids back to school prepared and with the tools to be successful. Be a part of YMCA Operation Backpack, brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Look at this. I love my new body. I love my new shape.
This summer, feel confident in anything with Sono Bello One Visit Permanent Fat Removal.
I saw the results immediately.
I feel amazing.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's best offer of the year. Call or go to sonobello.com.
It will change your life. It did for me.
$12,720. That's the average cost you pay for term life insurance over 20 years. $12,720 that you could spend on family, loved ones, or yourself. With a return of premium life insurance plan from Senior Life, getting all that money back is possible. That's right. With return of premium life insurance, we don't save you hundreds of dollars, we save you thousands, because we give you all your money back. It works like this. If you pass away while you're insured, your loved ones get a check for the coverage amount you chose. But if you're still living at the end of the term, you get back all the money you paid, guaranteed. Spend it any way you wish. Why would you buy life insurance from another company when Senior Life gives you all your money back? Get all your money back with return of premium life insurance from Senior Life. Call the number now for free information. You have no obligation. Call now.
We're not getting married.
Yes, we are.
We have to move to New York. This house is full of memories. I couldn't imagine you not being here.
Farewell, good friend. Liv deserves the wedding of her dreams.
How can we help?
When you look back, we see the resilience you and Spencer share.
All American. Season finale tonight at 8/7 Central on the CW.
The second half hour of Houston Happens. Let's check in with Kerrigan. So you have a little bit of good news when it comes to the heat, girl.
Yeah, so we've been battling that heat all week long. Oh, man, it's been...
And you were without AC forever.
Yes, it's been quite brutal, and some people are still without power. I got mine back late last night. That's why I'm so exhausted this morning. It's like I wanted to go to bed, but I knew they were in my neighborhood. I was like, I have to stay awake until they get to my house.
Did you cheer for them? I mean, I would have started crying. When I see the lights, you just want to cry.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, actually, because everyone was out on the roadway. Like, whenever they would get their power, they would go out to the street and cheer and tell their neighbors. So I did tell my neighbor Tanner that whenever I came on today that I would tell everyone we got power back, and because he told me, he goes, Miss Kerrigan, you have to say tomorrow on the news that we got power. I said, that will be the first thing I say.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I am so thankful, but also thank you for showing up every day and still working. I mean, it's just incredible what you've been doing. And you have a dog, you have your own house, you have no power, and you've been sleeping here at the station. So I really appreciate all that you've been doing.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, I appreciate everyone who's helped out and reached out over the past week too. That's good.
Yeah, it's always a good feeling. And you know who's your true friends when they're like, you can come stay, and they actually mean it too.
Yep, that is true. I have more good news for you now.
What?
No tropical development.
Hallelujah. I know everyone to see it again. I'm like, please spare us the rest of the season.
Yes, well, I can spare you for the next 7 days, but we'll get what we can take at this point. So with this, we can take a load off, not have to worry about the tropics anytime soon. That's going to be a backseat in our forecast over the course of the next week. We do have also lower temperatures on the way, and that is because of increased chances for rain later on this week and into the weekend. We actually have a cold front that's dipping down. It's going to stall out before it reaches us here in town, but we'll see some impacts from that. 90s in the forecast today. It's cloudy, it's muggy, and it's warm, but it's not excessively hot like we saw last week. Temperatures in the 90s for that evening walk around the block if you plan on doing so today. And let's go into Futurecast now. Cloud cover overhead this morning. We saw that on our time-lapse cameras all morning long. On our TransStar cameras, we saw a lot of that cloud cover, and that'll be in place throughout the majority of the day with a couple of showers popping up throughout our afternoon. They'll be few and far between. Clear by the night. For tomorrow afternoon, 1 or 2 showers out along that sea breeze once again. We could even hear a rumble of thunder. The air is very saturated. The water in the air will give the storm something to work with. As we head into the evening time for tomorrow, dry once again. Wednesday is where it gets interesting. Not only do we have those sea breeze generated showers and thunderstorms, but also additional rainfall taking place. So our 3 o'clock hour, instead of isolated, I'm saying more scattered showers and storms expected by then. Now by Thursday and Friday, rain chances go up significantly. We see Friday, Saturday, and Sunday scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. So get that yard work done, finish up picking debris for the beginning of the week before things turn real soggy for the end of the week into the weekend, and even our extended outlooks are showing that next week remains soggy as well.
Hey, but we'll take those cooler temperatures. Okay, question for you. I know you haven't had power, but are you going to be doing anything for Amazon Prime Day?
I actually don't have Amazon Prime.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had it.
This is like, I was 8 years old when I heard someone doesn't have Amazon Prime. You're one of the few. Well, you could use one of our accounts because it's about to be Christmas in July, girlfriend, with Amazon Prime Day. And if you are looking to save money, you are going to want to get into it with a plan. Jessica Wills is standing by with the top tips to save you money with Prime deals from Consumer Resource Best Reviews.
Amazon has announced their biggest sale of the year, Prime Day. And if you've been waiting to make that big purchase and save big too, we have you covered. Joining us now with the top savings in tech and the kitchen from Amazon Prime Day is Senior Director of Content Operations from BestReviews.com, Jacob Palmer. First and foremost, tell me, when does it start?
So it's going to be July 16th and 17th. Amazon wants to make this a huge summer event, and every year it just gets bigger.
Yes, it gets bigger and better. And so you're going to give us kind of the the items that people, the hot tickets that people might want to be keeping their eyes on, right? So let's start with tech. What do we have going on there?
So starting with the DJI Osmo Mobile 6. What is this? It helps you stabilize video. Everybody seems to be wanting to make content. They want to create content, and this will help you make it in an awesome, awesome way, because you always want to make sure that you've got as quality of content as it takes. This will help stabilize it. It'll give you that feel like you're creating real cinematography. And so we love it too, because it's not that overly expensive.
And the level at which it takes up the look of your content is like, it blows any other video out of the water. So definitely, if you are looking to get into that space, this is a great thing. Okay, what about when it comes to headphones?
So this one, these are from Beats, and they're the Studio Pro. What we love about these is last year they were big sellers on Prime Day. They had huge deals on them. And so these are great too. And in the Best Reviews Testing Lab, these stood out along with the Sonys as some of the absolute favorites because they have awesome noise canceling technology behind them.
That's awesome. What about when it comes to Apple products?
So Apple every year seems to have a bigger footprint when it comes to Prime Day. So if you're one of those people that loves to save by buying a previous generation of a popular tech product, Prime Day is an absolute go-to. You want to get that upgrade going, this is an awesome time to do it because you can save big by going maybe 1 or 2 versions back.
Yeah, okay, that's a great tip. Kind of saving on just not the newest model, but one maybe like right underneath that. That is great. Okay, moving into the kitchen, what do we need to know when it comes to home goods and that we should keep our eye on?
And anybody who loves to cook knows the name Le Creuset. They make awesome enameled cast iron products, and what we love about them for Prime Day is that we're seeing them 30–40% off, and when you think about how expensive these things can get at full price, 30–40% off is definitely going to move the needle.
Yeah, that's a big saving. Okay, what else? What's our last item here?
So finally, are for the folks who love to keep a clean home and they also want to know about those trendy products. This is from Bissell, and it's perfect for that new pet owner. Maybe you're going through potty training that new pet and your carpet is the worst for the wear because of it. This is the perfect product. As you can see, I mean, this is not huge, and this will help keep your upholstery, keep your carpeting and rugs super clean and pristine, no matter what kind of stress your pets and kids put them through. These are usually very popular on Prime Day in years past, and we're expecting to see some products like this, whether it's time to upgrade your vacuum or a carpet cleaner or anything else like that. If it's time to step up how clean your house is, Prime Day is another opportunity to make sure you're solving problems.
Awesome. Jacob, one more time, reminder on when Amazon Prime Day is.
So it's going to be Tuesday and Wednesday, July 16th and 17th.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for having me.
Of course. To learn more about these products and others, you can head to bestreviews.com, or you can scan the QR code right there on your screen.
Can anyone else just watch that carpet cleaner all day long? Like producer Lou and I were like, so satisfying. Well, now that you know what you're getting for Prime Day, learn how you can get a head start with some shopping tips. Rich DeMiro has that in today's Rich on Tech.
Amazon has essentially created their own shopping season.
Trey Bodge is a shopping expert who posts tips at TrueTrey.com.
Because there's so much activity, you certainly don't want to be kind of going willy-nilly and buying all sorts of things that you might regret later.
First tip, make a list of the things you want to buy or add them to your cart in advance. This way you can easily see any price drops. Then compare deals using sites like Yahoo Shopping and Google Shopping. You can check in Amazon's price history at the website camelcamelcamel.com. Prime Day brings some of Amazon's lowest prices on their own brands, including Amazon Basics, Amazon Essentials, Ring, Kindle, Fire, and more.
That's a good place to get a sense of what the prices are, what the prices were.
Other things to know? Alexa can alert you about deals. And invite-only deals are back. This is where you sign up in advance for a random chance to buy a deeply discounted product. Keep in mind, you do need a Prime membership to take advantage of the deals. You can sign up for 30 days free. But it's not the only game in town anymore. Target, Walmart, Best Buy, and even CVS all offer annual memberships.
You shouldn't have more than one of those retail memberships. You know, pick the one that serves you the best and stick with that and shop with that retailer regularly to get the best bang for your buck out of that annual membership fee.
Houston Happens. We'll be right back.
Who are you? I don't even know you.
You don't ask questions. I ask questions.
Hot
Rock Bench. Next on CW39 Houston.
A bad 18-wheeler wreck is bad news. The big insurance company doesn't care about you, but we do.
Jim Adler, Bill Adler, the Texas Hammer fights hard for you.
Fighting for your money is our life, and we hit hard for what you deserve.
At CC's Pizza, dreams come true. But the best part is you, and you, and you.
Me?
Keep up, Doc. Any pizza, any way. Find it here on my buffet. These desserts were made for stacking, like these games were made for whacking. Uh-oh, see ya. Reviews are in, the critics are raving, even the super specific pregnancy craving. So come feed the band and pull up a chair. CC's the best pizza value anywhere. New Nashville hot and spicy chicken pizza and wings. Ooh-wee. Try while you can.
I just saw a lady get mugged, but I'm too nervous to be a witness. Rest assured, we know your rights. We've got you. Go live your life.
For just $19.95 a month, you get access to an attorney-answered hotline 24/7. That's peace of mind for less than $1 a day. So whether you've been pulled over, have a child custody issue, a complaint about your pet, make sure you have legal protection when you need it most. Make sure you have Emergency Shield.
TXU Energy is changing the energy game with Live Your Free, the first and only plan of its kind that automatically adapts each month to give you free energy when you use it most.
Having a plan that's made just for me changed everything.
Live Your Free adapts to your changing energy needs.
So I always get my biggest savings guaranteed.
Either every day,
every night,
or every weekend.
Which I can easily see in the TXU Energy app.
Those are savings you never have to choose.
Choosing's not really my thing.
TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
You are not.
Maybe you don't want the truth to come out.
You knew that he had the.
Why should she want to talk to you? You took her man from her.
That escalated real quick.
News Nation tonight. Leland Vittert and Blake Berman host a special night of coverage of the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee with an exclusive behind-the-scenes backstage pass. Special coverage tonight, 10/9 Central, only on News Nation.
There's no stopping the Texas Hammer. Bad truck wreck. I fight hard and I get results. Stop the delays. Stop the excuses.
Is the greedy insurance company asking for it? Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer, fights for you.
Calm down.
Welcome back to Houston Happens. It's kind of crazy to think that a week ago, Kerrigan, we were bracing and dealing with Hurricane Beryl. And I feel like it's been a whole year. Like, it has been so slow, and we've been in like this time warp, I feel like.
Yes, if you want to know the exact amount of hours that I was without power, yes. 159. I did the math.
Oh my goodness. And I've been talking, I actually had a doctor's appointment today. The doctor's office is still without power.
Yes,
I'm like, this is just awful. And it's so hot and muggy. My hair just went flat. I'm like, well, you can't complain about anything because at least we're in air conditioning. But over 200,000 people still do not have power.
Man, my heart goes out to them today. It's gonna be a long haul for this, and they're saying some of them can expect till Friday. But yeah, we were there with you all weekend in my neighborhood too. But now we have at least some better weather kind of to get through it with. We don't have any heat advisories that are issued right now. Cloud cover sitting overhead, and that's helping keep our temperatures at bay throughout the afternoon hours. Check out the clouds rolling over town right now. The sun breaks out every now and then, but generally it's quite overcast. So if you have to get that yard work done, you're picking up branches, debris in your yard, at least the heat will be mitigated for the morning. So get it done now before the heat of the day sets in. Temperatures are in the 80s right now in Houston, 83 degrees, 86 in Galveston. Highs this afternoon warm up into those low to mid 90s. Seems still pretty hot, but it's not quite to the point where we have to issue one of those heat advisories just yet. We have no heat advisories issued for the central or southeastern part of the state. Heat advisories are issued all over the Midwest, however, and the eastern seaboard, New York, D.C., all under that that heat dome for your Monday afternoon. Now, we have high temperatures in the low to mid 90s today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, even Thursday. It can be a little steamy. But for the end of the week and into the weekend, temperatures drop significantly because of added rainfall. Our average this time of year is 93. That's around where we'll be over the course of the next few days, so nothing too abnormal for us. But as we look at next week, something that will be helping in keeping those temperatures down is the wetter than normal pattern that is setting up now for us. Maggie, we are expecting increased chances of rain, and with that we see cooler temps. And we've already seen a lot of rainfall this month, but I mean, I'll take a little more rain for a little less heat.
Yes, exactly. As long as it doesn't do any damage to anyone's homes. Hopefully we have everything all cleaned up. And I have to say, this weekend it was really tough. There were several deaths, including former Houston Texans receiver Jacoby Jones. Jones' family says he died peacefully at his home in New Orleans. He was drafted by the Texans in 2007 and spent 5 seasons with the team. His fun personality and flamboyant end-zone dances we loved endeared himself to fans and teammates. As a member of the Baltimore Ravens, he scored 3 dramatic touchdowns during the team's 2012 Super Bowl run. Jacoby Jones was only 40 years old. And I have to say, this next one really hits a little close to home. We lost one of the most iconic Houston columnists yesterday, Ken Hoffman. According to Culture Map, where he was a columnist, he died unexpectedly at his Conroe Lake house. Hoffman spent 22 years as a city columnist at the Houston Chronicle and Houston Post. I'll never forget the first time I met Ken. I was a rookie at Sports Talk 790, and this character, he came riding his bike to do his radio show. He quickly befriended the kid at the station. He looked out for me, even warned my mom of who I should be weary of and never stuck in an elevator with. My mom and I still talk about that day, and he was so right. I loved his quick wit, dry humor, and no BS personality. He was a brilliant writer and will always be my favorite columnist. Thank you for teaching this kid how to be true to myself in this crazy business. You will be truly missed. He leaves behind a wife and son, and I am sending love, comfort, and prayers to your wife and son and all of your family. I know your media family is already mourning your loss. Meanwhile, fitness guru Richard Simmons, he has passed away at the age of 76 on Friday. His publicist says Simmons passed away at his home in Los Angeles a day after his 76th birthday, you all. There are no further details on his death, but the Associated Press says Los Angeles police and fire department showed up to a house that matches Simmons' house through public records there. A man was then declared dead from natural causes. Simmons, who had revealed a skin diagnosis in March of 2024, had lately dropped out of sight, sparking speculation about his health and well-being. And Dr. Ruth Westheimer, the celebrity sex therapist known as Dr. Ruth, she has also passed away. She was best known for her radio talk show, Sexually Speaking, in which she took honest and humorous approach to sexuality. The spokesperson says that she died peacefully at home, surrounded by her family. No word on her specific cause of death yet. She, though, lived a very long life, you all. She was 96 years old. I loved her glasses, and she left her entire family behind during the war, and it just is incredible all that she went on to do. So she definitely is an icon. And they say that it comes in threes, right? And unfortunately, we're also mourning the loss of a third celebrity that happened this weekend, Shannen Doherty. If you don't know, she starred in the popular hits Beverly Hills 90210. I loved her in that. She also was on Charmed. She has died at age 53. The American actress, she had a long battle with breast cancer, using her personal experience to support others. Here's a look back on her life and legacy.
How could you humiliate me like that, Dad?
It was the role of Brenda Walsh on the hit 1990 series Beverly Hills 90210 that made Shannen Doherty a household name.
Hey, don't you worry, Props. You get no trick-or-treats with this little lady. I'm strictly a class act.
The show about the fish-out-of-water family who moved from the Midwest to Beverly Hills was wildly popular and considered groundbreaking at the time.
They arrested him for drunk driving.
For tackling taboo topics like racism and drugs.
I think that you have me confused with somebody else.
Amid constant rumors of set drama friction with castmates, Shannen left the series after season 4.
What if they don't want to leave?
But time heals all wounds, as 90210 saw 2 more reboots, with Doherty returning in the role of Brenda each time. She also starred in the supernatural drama Charmed in 2000 and 2001, until her character was killed off at the end of the 3rd season. Shannon was born in Memphis, Tennessee. She moved to Los Angeles when she was 10 to pursue acting.
I'm Father Murphy.
Her first role was on the series Father Murphy, a role that took notice by actor Michael Landon, who then cast an 11-year-old Shannon in his new series, Little House on the Prairie.
Is that pate?
Shannon had many roles throughout the years.
So what are you gonna do, Heather?
From films like Heathers and Mallrats, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back,
He's a much more suitable companion than you any day.
Are you nuts?
to TV roles on shows like North Shore and Riverdale.
He saved my life.
In 2015, at the age of 45, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. It's a battle she took on publicly, continually informing her fans of her progress. In 2017, she announced that she was in remission, only to declare in 2019 that the cancer had returned. She even took on a podcast called Let's Be Clear, documenting her fight. Here's one of her last episodes after learning the cancer had spread to her brain.
The idea of going through that all over again has wrecked me. Sorry? I'm going to pause for a second.
Doherty's publicist informed the world of her passing, stating, "It's with a heavy heart that I confirm the passing of actress Shannen Doherty. On Saturday, July 13th, she lost her battle with cancer after many years of fighting the disease." Shannon was 53.
After a car accident, if you've received a quick offer from the insurance company, don't be relieved. Be suspicious. You can bet it's not enough, probably not even close. Don't let the insurance company stuff their pockets by taking money out of yours. Call Terry Bryant.
Attention all seniors. You can now get up to $50,000 for your funeral and other final expenses, including your credit card debt, with no medical exam, starting at less than $1 a day.
Honey, your dad and I can't stop talking about this baby that's coming.
We've also been thinking a lot about our future. And no matter what, we want to make sure we aren't leaving you and your family with any of our debts.
Just last week, we read that the price of a funeral can be $8,000 or more.
Wow. Jeff and I definitely would not have the money to pay for that.
And that's just a funeral. But you don't have to worry. We called, and with one phone call, we were eligible for $50,000 for our funeral and final expenses.
Well, that's great. But don't you need to take a medical exam to qualify? You and Mom have some health issues.
No, there's no medical exam, and we were able to get coverage right over the phone.
And our rates can never be increased. Our benefits can never be decreased, and our coverage can never be canceled.
I'm so glad you made that call.
Don't leave loved ones with your debt. Call 800-726-9756 now and see if you qualify for up to $50,000 for your funeral and other final expenses, starting at less than $1 a day. There's no medical exam, and you can be approved even if you have pre-existing health conditions. Your rates can never be increased, your benefits can never be decreased, and your coverage can never be canceled. There's no obligation. Call 800-726-9756 now. There's no paperwork, no hidden fees, and no waiting periods. And you can start coverage right over the phone, starting at less than $1 a day. Call 800-726-9756. That's 800-726-9756. 800-726-9756.
Watch your first late news at 9 on CW39.
The team you trust, breaking stories in up-to-the-minute weather.
The news you want at the time you need.
Watch ABC 13 Eyewitness News at 9 on CW39.
A big insurance company can grind out tens of thousands of claims per day. After a car accident, you're just a name they don't know and a face they won't see. To them, it's just business, but to you, it's personal. If you've been injured, call Terry Bryant.
We're starting to wind down on this show, but before we go, did you know July is Dry Eye Awareness Month? If you've ever experienced it, it is horrible. Well, here to discuss ways to alleviate dry eye symptoms that affect millions of American adults is board-certified, fellowship-trained cataract, refractive, and corneal surgeon, Dr. Priya Matthews.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to partner with AbbVie to talk more about dry eye disease symptoms and what we can do to provide some temporary relief. Dry eye disease is a chronic condition affecting over 35 million Americans. And it's caused by many different factors, but resulting in either not enough tears on the surface of the eye, or the tears are poor quality, causing a quick evaporation of the tears. They result in many different symptoms that vary from patient to patient, and that includes burning, stinging, irritation, discomfort, that gritty feeling in your eyes, but also it could be symptoms such as light sensitivity and blurry vision. Thankfully, we do have some good options now to give some temporary relief, and those are over-the-counter artificial tears. Some patients are more at risk for this dry eye disease. Those who are older, gender matters, for example, women over the age of 50 in particular are more at risk. Those who take certain medications such as antihistamines, have other comorbidities such as autoimmune disease, wear contact lenses, we know that these patients are more at risk for dry eye disease. When my patients are experiencing these symptoms, I ask them to first try to identify any potential triggers in their environment or lifestyle. Environmental triggers would include very windy environments, smoky, dusty, or perhaps the air condition on blast in your eyes. Lifestyle includes a lot of traveling on airplanes, sports outdoors, or even a lot of digital screen time, which we know is a risk factor for dry eye disease. After identifying these triggers, I tell patients to be aware of those, and my first line recommendation is to use an over-the-counter artificial tear. As a cornea specialist, I prefer using preservative-free drops because they are just more gentle and safer to use multiple times a day and long-term as well. I direct my patients for over a decade now to the Refresh brand because I know it's trusted and they have a lot of great products available. They have a portfolio of drops, gels, and ointments, and some of these are preservative-free. Their latest two products that are available are called Refresh Relieva PF, which stands for Preservative-Free Extra, and Refresh Tears PF. And both of these have the hydrocell technology that enables rehydration and maintains the cell volume on the surface of the eye. So I tell patients these are a great option to find some relief from dry eye symptoms. For more information about these drops, you can visit online on refresheyedrops.com. And these products can be found in stores at Walmart, also online Amazon. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, doctor, and I've actually used them, and they are quite refreshing. Nothing like your contact sticking. In the meantime, that's a wrap on today's show. We will see you back here tomorrow morning, same place, same time, for more Houston Happens. Get ready to shop, my friends. It is time for Amazon Prime Day. We'll have the latest, plus other sales that are happening at other stores, and always support our locals. In the meantime, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Bye for now, everybody.